Okay, so today I want to talk about eczema, treatment of eczema, prevention of it, and fragrance-free options. So, a lot of people suffer from eczema. I believe it's around 31 million Americans. I don't know worldwide, but it's probably billion, 7 billion, maybe everybody. How many billion people are in the world now? 7? When I was growing up, it was 8. So, no, 6. So we're like really firing it up here. Anyway, so eczema, it's a common condition. It causes itchiness, rashes, like dry patches. Sometimes it can get infected, especially in the case of like small children or babies that get eczema. So eczema is really just a fancy name for dermatitis, which is a group of conditions that inflame, irritate skin. It's very common, typically referred to as atopic dermatitis. And it typically happens a lot of times with people that have allergies or asthma. So there's a lot of common symptoms, and not everybody has eczema all the time. 31 million Americans suffer from it from time to time. I suffered from it a lot when I was younger, and not so much these days. But when I was, even like before I kind of started getting into skincare, I would go through a lot of like cortisone tubes and things like that. I'd go through like 3 or 4 a year, the big tubes, and now that I've got some good products and things like that, I think it's really reduced into using about 1 cortisone tube every 2 to 3 years. So it's really improved for me, but there's a lot of other factors at play. A lot of times people like with genetics and things are more tend to get it. There's symptoms to keep an eye out for. You'll kind of notice some itchiness, scaliness, redness, dry skin, cracked skin, leathery skin, scaling, things like that. And then keep an eye out. There's a lot of different causes. You might not be able to have any control over them. A lot of times it's just an immune response, problems in your skin barrier that let the moisture out of your skin. When the moisture gets out and your skin is damaged or dry, germs get in. Other things, a family history of eczema or other conditions of allergies, and a lot of times asthma plays directly into it. So it's kind of interesting. So a lot of different triggers, exposure to dry air, extreme heat, extreme cold. I know I get eczema noticeably like in the winter when it's like negative 30 out. I sometimes get it. Or when it's like 102 out, I get it too. Sometimes soaps, harsh soaps, shampoos, fragrance, laundry detergents, fabric softeners, things like that are definitely some big causes of it. So keep an eye out for those. And then a lot of fabrics and things. So keep an eye out for that. And certain foods perhaps might cause it. And metals, nickel, and jewelry. I don't wear any jewelry with like nickel in them because my ears will start to get red and freak out. So there's a lot of different treatments for eczema. And it just depends on how severe it is. If it's not terribly severe, I never saw a dermatologist for it because I never thought it was a big enough issue. But I've seen pictures of people where it's like literally like they've got it everywhere. So I think that's a good time to see a dermatologist if you can. There's a lot of different medical options and treatments. So there's a lot of new ones these days, and certain like biologic injections. Like I think one of them is Dupixent. But I've heard they're super expensive and most insurance doesn't cover it, like thousands of dollars. But people will say after a couple of those injections, it works miracles. So thankfully I haven't had to do that because I'm certain my insurance wouldn't cover it. But anyway, aside from that, so yeah, many of them super expensive. And light therapy might be a newer one that's being talked about and looked at. So it might be worth reading. Immunosuppressants and then sometimes steroid creams. But before you turn too much to the steroids, see a dermatologist because sometimes in the long run, the steroids, if you use them for too long a period of time, it ends up just becoming like a big rebound effect and not super beneficial in the long run. So use them with caution because sometimes there's rebound and sometimes in the long run it can just make it worse. So anyway, okay, so I've got some favorite products. If you're not at the stage where you need to see a doctor or anything like that, I've got some favorite products that I'll talk about. First off, the Dermatology Soothe and Recovery Cream. This one is great. I use this a lot of times on my neck just for dryness, but I think it can really help for your face or just certain areas. It's a really wonderful product. I absolutely love it. We've got lots of good ingredients in here. We've got Bisabolol, Ceramides, Allantoin, Panthenol, vitamin E. It's wonderful. I love this stuff. Now it's in a wonderful squeeze tube bottle, but this stuff is really good. So it's worth checking out, especially for your face. It's really good for that. So, okay, next up, this one's more of an all-over cream. The Skinfix Eczema Extra Strength Body Cream. I love this stuff, so I shop at TJ Maxx occasionally, and I found several bottles of these, and I picked them all up because I'll link to it at Sephora, but it's normally like 40 bucks, I think, or somewhere around that for a bottle, so it's kind of expensive, but it is wonderful, and I don't use this like during the summer or spring too much, but in the winter and fall when it starts to get really dry, I'm using this stuff all the time, so I will link to it at Sephora, but this one's great. It contains colloidal oatmeal, sweet almond oil. We've got aloe in here, Allantoin, oat kernel oil, shea butter, rice bran. It's absolutely amazing. Great for excessively super dry skin or eczema prone skin. So Skinfix has a lot of good stuff. So check them out. Do some digging on there. They kind of started with the intent of really focusing on eczema and things like that. So, okay, next up, I've got Aquaphor, which is wonderful. It's great for use during flare-ups and to protect, dry, and hydrate the skin. It's really great. You can use it everywhere. Body, face, lips, hands, wherever. It's thick. It's petroleum-based. It's also got Panthenol. It's also got Bisabolol in there. But it is super thick. But I also use it like when I saw my esthetician for, what was it? A laser. It was either the Broadband Light BBL, not Brazilian butt lift. When people ask me if you have BBL, like, I thought that was a Brazilian butt lift. I'm like, no, I definitely didn't do that. I remember that. I think it might have been the Fotana or the BBL, but afterwards your skin feels almost like it's burnt a little bit. And this stuff, I tried other products, and even the most basic minimal products were a little bit irritating, but this one was not. So I think it's a pretty good option. So I will link to that one below at Amazon. So next up is a favorite of mine from La Roche-Posay. It's the Cicaplast Therapeutic Balm. They also have a gel version of this one. I tried both of them, tested them both. I did a versus of them, and I ended up liking the balm version better than the gel, but they're both wonderful. I just think the balm version is a little bit more beneficial ingredients in it. So this one, we've got Panthenol, we've got shea butter, Madecassoside, vitamin E. It's wonderful. A lot of people that use tretinoin at night follow up with this product to keep it hydrated and calm. And Madecassoside is a great skin-soothing, wound-healing antioxidant, which is what you want in your products. Cica, Centella is a great one for that. Oat is great as well. I don't think that one contains any oat, but it's also pretty darn good. Okay, next up, from the Jung line, I think they changed the packaging on this a little bit, so if the packaging looks a little different, don't be alarmed. I picked this one up. I think I picked up multiple bottles of this one. It's really good. So the Jung, what is it called? The 5-Panthenol Cica Balm. Another one with Centella in there. It's great for face, neck, chest. It's a good one during the daytime. A lot of eczema products can be super hydrating, almost a little greasy. This one is good for daytime and really nice. So Panthenol's in here, squalane. Again, we've got that Madecassoside. Really good one. So it's got a really nice texture to it, which is almost like a gel lotion balm texture. So hang on, there we go. But it feels really nice without looking greasy or anything like that. So it makes it really good for daytime for eczema-related skin or any other skin that's kind of dry or damaged or irritated. So, okay, next up, I've got the Astera Aloe Barrier 365 cream. This one is wonderful. They also have a soothing gel cream, which is geared a bit more towards like oilier skin types. This one's great during the winter a lot, in fall. I don't use it a ton during spring or summer. It's a little bit on the thick side, but it is really, really nice. So I will link to this one below, I think at Yes Style. So this one's great for day or night. I would say it's a little bit more better, geez, listen to me. A little bit better at night because it is a little bit, sets a little bit on the shiny side. So here's the Sun Young, no shine, and then the Aster has a little bit of shine, but it's great for it, especially during the winter months. We've got squalane, we've got phytosphygnosine, vitamin E, we've got Allantoin, I'll never be able to say that right. Great skin soothing ingredient, so this stuff is well worth checking out. Or the gel version's also great and worth giving a try to as well. Okay, I've got a couple more products, and then I've got a couple other options for different types of products. So for kind of an all-over treatment, I'm going to link to this below. So actually my friend from Australia sent this to me, and I was able to find it sold in the U.S. under the brand Flexitol, and it's the Flexitol USA Face and Eyelid Eczema Cream. It's identical to the Dermal. I don't know why they have two different names for it, but it's wonderful. You can use it anywhere. It's specifically made for face and eyelids because a lot of times people's eyelids are prone to it. And it's got a really nice consistency. You can certainly use this on the eye area. Get an emergency notification. Oh, is that my phone? Yeah. Oh. I thought they were supposed to do it at 1. Anyway, sorry.
It's 1:20.
1:20. I thought they were supposed to do it at 1. And I thought 1 passed and we're good. They're doing something with everyone's phones, so whatever. Anyway, okay, so this one's got a lovely texture. It's kind of a creamy texture. It definitely works good on eyes, around the eyes, eyelids. And here we've got Colloidal Oatmeal. We've got Aloe. We've got Shea Butter. It's amazing. So check this one out. And just remember, I'll link to it at Amazon. Sold and shipped by Flexitol, which is apparently the same brand. I don't know. Maybe Australians like Dermal better than Flexitol. I don't know. Okay, or maybe there's a trade name, or I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to pretend to guess because I have no idea. Okay, for a gentle cleanser, in my opinion, I'm absolutely loving the La Roche-Posay Lipicare Gentle Cleansing Oil. This stuff is amazing. You can use it everywhere. You can use it face, body, hands. I use it all over in my shower. And it's really gentle, and it's got some nice ingredients and no fragrance. And I find it very calming, but it's very effective at the same time. So it's not harsh. There's no harsh surfactants in it. I think it's pretty friendly for eczema and sensitive skin types as well. So this one, if you're looking for a nice, gentle cleanser, this one does it all, and it does it great. Okay, and then I've got 2 more things, just 2 gentle toners. Because for your routine, I wasn't going to get into sunscreen because sunscreen is so specific, and when you get into sensitivity and things like that, it becomes much. But I've got a basic product for most things, and the I'm From Rice toner I find is very friendly for sensitive skin as well as sensitive eczema prone skin. It's a very minimal ingredient list. There's no fragrance, there's no alcohol. It's got rice extract, rice bran, adenosine, very minimal product, and I've repurchased this a couple times now, and that says a lot about it because, you know what, I try and finish a lot of products, and for the most part, none of them I'll repurchase again because I have other things to try, but I really like this one enough to repurchase it. And then last but not least, this one gets mentioned a lot because it's pretty friendly, and it's the Purito Oat In Silky Toner. Very friendly for sensitive skin. It's got a nice milky texture to it. We've got oat seed water. We've got meadow foam seed oil, oat kernel, and then beta-glucan, which is great skin soothing, wound healing, humectant. I absolutely love this stuff. Well worth checking out. So in my opinion, these are some great products to have. Check out for eczema anywhere, body, face, hands, eyelids, wherever you get it. A lot of people get on their scalp too, so sometimes a little bit of something, even just pouring a little bit of a gentle toner or patting it on might help too, or just a gentle shampoo. So I think the biggest thing with it to avoid fragrances is going to be huge, and then to avoid products with a lot of denatured alcohol, a lot of harsh actives. When I was looking at certain comments and things about people posting about eczema, a lot of them were discussing some very harsh exfoliants, and I'm like, if you're having a flare-up of eczema, I think some of those exfoliants might make it worse. So focus on repairing the skin, repairing the barrier, repairing the microbiome with gentle products. So anyway, interested in hearing from you guys. If you have any ones you recommend, leave a comment, or if you've tried any of these, I love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.